Honey badgers and wolverines may not look as terrifying as lions, tigers, or other giant predators, but in the wild, size is not always what decides the fight. These animals are small, tough, stubborn, and almost impossible to intimidate. The honey badger is famous for its fearless nature and its ability to stand up to creatures far larger than itself. The wolverine is just as remarkable, using its strength, aggression, and incredible sense of smell to survive in some of the harshest places on Earth. But what happens when these fearless hunters come face to face with wolves, snakes, hyenas, lions, wild dogs, pythons, and even bees? Today we are looking at 15 fearless moments of honey badgers and wolverines attacking wild animals. Number 15, Wolverine versus Wolf. At number 15, we have the Wolverine against the wolf. Wolves are among the largest canine predators in the world. They usually hunt in packs, and together they can bring down animals far bigger than themselves. But the wolverine is not the kind of animal that backs away simply because the enemy is larger. In one scene, a wolf is feeding on a carcass when a wolverine rushes in, determined to take the meal. The wolf tries to stop it, but the wolverine bites back, even snapping at the wolf's tail. Its aggression is so sudden and fearless that the wolf is forced to retreat. In another moment, two wolves try to pressure a wolverine in an open field, but even together they cannot break its defense. And when a wolf approaches a wolverine's burrow, the wolverine bursts out and attacks, making it clear that this small predator will protect its ground at any cost. Number 14, honey badger versus snakes. At number 14, we have the honey badger against snakes. Snakes are a regular part of the honey badger's diet, and because of that, this animal has developed a strong natural resistance to many types of venom. That is why even dangerous snakes do not easily frighten it. In one scene, a honey badger chases a Cape cobra up a tree. The cobra throws itself down from a branch to escape, but the badger reacts instantly, climbs down, catches up, and bites into the snake's head. In another clip, a mole snake strikes first with its powerful bite, but the honey badger refuses to let go of the fight. It grabs the snake by the tail and finishes it with a bite to the head. Then at night, a puff adder injects venom into a honey badger. The badger collapses for a short time, but soon rises again and begins feeding on the snake. Number 13, honey badger versus hyena. At number 13, we have the honey badger against the hyena. Hyenas are powerful scavengers, and when they move in groups, they can intimidate even much larger predators. But a honey badger is not easily impressed. In one scene, a spotted hyena notices a honey badger and tries to move closer. Instead of running away, the badger immediately turns towards it and stares back, ready to challenge the danger in front of it. The hyena seems to understand that this is not an easy target and backs away. In another moment, three hyenas surround a honey badger while it is drinking water, yet the badger shows no fear at all. Even around a carcass, when hyenas try to bully it, the honey badger simply refuses to be pushed aside. Number 12, honey badger versus lion. At number 12, we have the honey badger against the lion. Lions may be known as the kings of the jungle, but that title means very little to an angry honey badger. In one clip, a lion notices a lone honey badger and moves towards it as if it has found an easy victim. But the moment the lion tries to bite, the badger turns around and faces it directly. There is no panic, no hesitation, and no attempt to surrender. The lion chases it at first, almost treating it like a toy. But when the honey badger keeps showing its teeth and fighting back, the lion eventually backs off. In another scene, the badger faces not one lion, but several at once. They strike it with their paws, pin it down and bite. Yet the wounded badger still refuses to give up and manages to escape alive. Number 11, honey badger versus wild dogs. At number 11, we have the honey badger against African wild dogs. These dogs are dangerous because they hunt as a pack, surrounding their prey and attacking with speed from different sides. A single wild dog may not look overwhelming, but a full group can challenge much larger predators. In one scene, a honey badger is searching for food when a pack of wild dogs suddenly appears, thinking it has found an easy target. But the badger instantly reacts, running, turning, and threatening the dogs with sharp bites whenever they get too close. Their coordinated attack fails because the honey badger refuses to panic. In another clip, Two honey badgers are surrounded by wild dogs. Even though the dogs have the advantage in numbers, the badgers keep backing away together, showing their teeth, defending themselves, and finally escaping with their lives. Number 10, honey badger versus python. At number 10, we have the honey badger against the python. Pythons are among the strongest snakes in the world, famous for wrapping around their prey and squeezing the life out of it. In one shocking scene, a python has already coiled itself around a honey badger, and for a moment, it looks as if the badger has no way out. But this animal keeps fighting until the final second. Somehow the struggle turns completely, and the honey badger ends up dragging the snake away as food. Even when two jackals move in and try to steal the meal, the badger fights them off as well. In another clip, a honey badger attacks a full-grown python hiding in a bush. The snake becomes exhausted and confused, even biting its own tail, while the badger continues the attack until the python is dead. Number 9, honey badger versus crocodile. At number 9, we have the honey badger against the crocodile. Of course, a fully grown crocodile is far too large and powerful for a single honey badger to overpower. But when the crocodile is young and small, the story can be very different. In one clip, a honey badger and a crocodile clash inside thick bushes before both animals appear from the vegetation. The badger's fast attacks seem to irritate the crocodile, but in the end it decides to leave without causing further harm. In another scene, the honey badger lifts a young crocodile and carries it away quickly, turning a dangerous reptile into a meal. How did such a small predator manage to catch a crocodile in the first place? Number 8, honey badger eats scorpion. At number 8, we have the honey badger against the scorpion. Scorpions may be small, but they are well protected. Their bodies are covered in hard armor, and they can defend themselves with painful poisonous stings. Some also have strong pincers, making them difficult prey for many animals. But for a honey badger, those defenses barely seem to matter. In one scene, a honey badger searches the sand for food and spots a large scorpion crawling nearby. The scorpion strikes again and again with its sting, but the badger remains almost completely unmoved. It closes the distance, bites down, and ends the fight. In another clip, a red-clawed scorpion tries to use both its pincers and its sting, but once again, the honey badger keeps attacking until the scorpion becomes its meal. Number 7, honey badger versus monitor lizard. At number 7, we have the honey badger against the monitor lizard. Honey badgers are a real danger to reptiles, including snakes, turtles, and monitor lizards. These lizards often search inside burrows for food, but sometimes they end up entering the wrong place. In one clip, a monitor lizard is hiding in a tree when a honey badger climbs up and tries to grab it. The lizard jumps down and runs at high speed, but the badger follows immediately, catches up, and eventually brings it down. In another scene, a monitor lizard puts its head into a burrow without realizing that it belongs to a honey badger. Although the two animals are similar in size, the badger's aggression is far greater. It attacks with force, kills the lizard, and begins feeding on its head. Number 6, honey badger versus leopard. At number 6, we have the honey badger against the leopard. Leopards can attack honey badgers, but doing so is always risky because these smaller animals do not go down quietly. In one shocking scene, a leopard has already grabbed a honey badger by the throat, and it looks as if the fight is nearly over. But then, another honey badger suddenly charges in and attacks the leopard. The surprise is so powerful that the leopard jumps back and releases its catch. In another clip, a leopard has hidden its kill high in a tree, hoping to keep it away from scavengers. But a honey badger climbs up and starts stealing the meal. When the leopard returns, the badger growls, shows its teeth, and escapes before the big cat can stop it. Number 5, honey badger versus turtle. At number 5, we have the honey badger against the turtle. A turtle's shell is one of the strongest natural defenses in the wild. It protects the soft body inside and makes the turtle difficult for many predators to attack. But the honey badger seems to understand that it does not need to break the shell to reach the meat. In this clip, the turtle hides inside its armor, trying to survive. The badger simply flips it over, exposing the weak parts underneath. Then, using its teeth, it tears at the turtle's limbs and gets past the protection completely. Once again, the honey badger proves that courage is not its only weapon. It also knows how to find a weakness. Number 4, Wolverine versus Wolverine. At number 4, we have the Wolverine against another Wolverine. These animals are known for challenging wolves, bears, pumas, and coyotes, but they are not always peaceful with their own kind either. When food or mating rights are involved, a fight between two Wolverines can become brutal very quickly. In one scene, a Wolverine smells food and moves towards it. Soon after it arrives, another Wolverine appears at the same place. Neither animal wants to give up the prize, so the fight begins. They strike each other with their claws and bite with their powerful teeth. In the end, one Wolverine wins the battle and stays behind to enjoy the meal. Number 3, Wolverine vs. Dogs. At number 3, we have the Wolverine against domestic dogs. Dogs can be strong, loyal, and capable of working together in groups, but their nature is usually far less aggressive than that of a Wolverine. In this clip, a group of dogs surrounds a Wolverine on a snowy field and begins barking loudly, almost as if they are warning it to leave. But the Wolverine does not seem impressed. Instead of running away, it charges towards them first, showing that it has no intention of being chased off easily. The dogs keep surrounding it, but the Wolverine refuses to move until it chooses to. After a long exchange of barking and pressure, it finally returns to the safety of its burrow. Number 2, Wolverine versus Puma. At number 2, we have the Wolverine against the Puma. Pumas are among the top predators in North America. They are skilled hunters with powerful paws, a strong bite, and the ability to kill prey with one precise attack to the neck. But in the wild, courage and aggression can sometimes change the balance completely. In this clip, a puma is guarding its meal and calmly feeding when a Wolverine detects the carcass from a distance. Without hesitation, it rushes in and attacks. The Wolverine strikes at the puma, slapping and pressuring it until the larger predator has little choice but to retreat. Once the puma runs away, the Wolverine takes over the kill and begins eating in peace, as if the meal had belonged to it all along. Number 1, HoneyBadger vs. Bees. At number 1, we have the HoneyBadger against bees. There is a reason these animals are called HoneyBadgers. They love honey, but in the wild, getting it is never simple. Unlike humans, they cannot open a jar. They go straight to the source and attack the hive itself. In this clip, a HoneyBadger climbs towards a beehive inside a tree and begins raiding it. Immediately, hundreds of bees swarm around and sting the attacker. Its thick fur protects much of its body, but the face is still exposed, and that is where many of the stings land. Even so, the HoneyBadger keeps feeding. It eats the honey and also consumes the bee larvae, turning a dangerous raid into a rich meal. So there you have it, some of the most fearless moments of HoneyBadgers and Wolverines attacking other animals in the wild. From Wolverines standing up to wolves, dogs, pumas, and even their own kind, to HoneyBadgers challenging snakes, hyenas, lions, wild dogs, pythons, crocodiles, scorpions, monitor lizards, leopards, turtles, and bees. These animals prove that courage in nature is not always about size. Sometimes it is about refusing to back down, even when the opponent looks stronger, faster, or more dangerous. Which of these moments surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it, share it with your friends and family, and subscribe to the channel for more incredible wildlife moments. We will see you again soon in the next video.